So if you guys are watching this, it means that you weren't totally bored with my first video. So that's really exciting to me. Thank you for watching. So I forgot to mention earlier in the first video that if you comment, I'm going to put your name in a hat for a giveaway. It's a little roller bottle. It has lemon, lavender, and peppermint. It's going to be a Swiss Army knife for anything. It's so good. It smells good. Feels good. You will love it. So I'm giving one, we'll see, maybe two, depending on how many people watch, but one or two of them away. I'll decide later. So yeah, so now I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what essential oils are and how I use them. So essential oils are the most powerful part of the plant. They're distilled from trees, roots, bushes, fruits, rinds, resins, shrubs, and flowers. They can provide support for every system in your body. Muscular system, circulatory system, reproductive system, hormones, endocrine, respiratory, immune. They support brain health, and they're really powerful for emotions, which I have just been learning about this past month. They can help after a rough day at school, and they can also help if you're having a rough day at work. And I'll kind of talk about that more when I talk about the oils themselves. There's three main ways you can use them. You can use them aromatically, which is what the Germans use mainly. It's you have like a little diffuser here. It's kind of wonky. There, it's my diffuser, and if you ever purchase a diffuser, you want to make sure it's ultrasonic. It just breaks up the particles more and allows them to get into your system better. I learned that after buying some ones that weren't ultrasonic, and yeah, I wish I would have known that, but what are you going to do? You can clean with oils. You can just start switching them out, like I did when I started cleaning. They smell good, they make you feel good, and they're clean. So, so the Germans diffuse it, the English apply it topically. And it's basically like, oh, I want some on my shoulder here, rub it in. It's really cut and dry. And then you can also ingest it, which I'll talk about a little later on. It really scares people. So tests have shown that oils reach the heart, liver, and thyroid in 3 seconds when they're inhaled. They're found in the bloodstream in 26 seconds when they're applied topically, and getting rid of them out of the body takes 3 to 6 hours in a normal, healthy body. There's quite a big history with essential oils. I've cut down a lot of parts of my little script here because I don't like taking up people's time, especially in the evenings on work day. So I'm just going to highlight the most important stuff. So, some of the oldest cultures on Earth have used essential oils. The Babylonians used cedarwood, myrrh, and cypress. The Egyptians used essential oils for beauty. They have the oldest recorded deodorant recipe for essential oils. If you're familiar with the baby Jesus story, he was given frankincense, and something that I heard that's super funny is, if it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for me. And it's so true, because frankincense is amazing. It took me a while to get used to the smell, but it has over 10,000 uses. It's so good. It reminds me of camping. It's a very woodsy smell. So, I mentioned I used to buy them in the grocery store, the essential oils. The difference between Young Living and grocery stores. Okay, so The United States doesn't really have much of a rating system for essential oils, so the closest thing you get to it is this FDA requirement that 5% of the bottle, so here's a 5 ml bottle, so 1 ml of this has to be essential oil, okay? I wish I had a visual more, but if you could picture, let's do coffee, okay? But mom doesn't like coffee, or a student who doesn't like coffee. Fill up your mug, fill 5% of it up with coffee, and fill the rest with water, okay? And then another mug, fill it with black coffee, okay? Nothing added to it, just coffee. I wouldn't drink it. That's not how I drink my coffee, but you're not going to get the same benefits from the two. I could probably let Maisie, who's a little over a year and a half, drink that 5% coffee, and most likely would not see a difference in her. I'm definitely not going to test that out, but it's not the same. Okay, you're getting two totally different things. So what's in that other 95%? I'm going to tell you. Synthetics, pesticides, fertilizers, chemical extenders, the carrier oils, solvents, and some even contain alcohol. So it's pretty much whatever they can put in that bottle to make it 95% more. Grade A is the only true pure oil. There's grade A through D. Grade A is the highest. Okay. Before you purchase an oil, you want to see if the company grows their own plants. You want to see if they own their own fields. Do they control the entire process, or is it bouncing from place to place? Pesticides, pollutions, and previously farmed, it's a tongue twister, previously farmed land, all of it can affect the quality of oil. Young Living oils are grade A. Something that I heard was, why would you go the extra step of using an essential oil to be chemical free? That oil still has tons of chemicals in it, okay? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So Young Living has a seed to seal promise. It's called seed to seal. So from when they plant that seed in that field to the bottle is sealed and delivered to your house, each plant is hand weeded. There's no pesticides used in the soil or on the plants, no chemicals, and no weed killers. The plants are harvested at their peak, and then they're put through a vigorous testing process. If you want to know more about that, it's called seedtoseal.com, and it's really cool. You can go visit the farms. I haven't gone. I'd love to, but I haven't yet. But I've just really grown to love that process because I feel like I can trust it a lot more. And I know, like, we live in a world full of untrustworthy businesses, and I mean, you always want to be cautious, but I just love this process. I love that things aren't sprayed on the plants. I think it's super cool that they're hand weeded. I just really like it. So, I mean, there's one reason that their oils are more expensive. Here's a few more. So, to save money, that's the biggest reason why those oils are sold more cheaply. So if you spray your crop with pesticides, you can get more out of the plants. If you use a chemical solvent to extract the oil, you can pull more oil out of it. And if you dilute it with a cheaper oil or carrier oil, you stretch that oil. Most are sold more cheaply just to cut a few corners sometimes, unfortunately. So it takes a great deal of work to produce a tiny amount of essential oil. Here's just a couple examples. 60,000 rose blossoms provide only 1 ounce of rose oil. Rose oil is one of the most expensive ones because of that reason. Jasmine flowers must be picked by hand before the sun becomes hot on the very first day they open. It sounds like the intro to a Disney movie like Sleeping Beauty. It must be picked the first day before it comes hot. Anyway, and it takes 8 million hand-picked blossoms to produce 2.2 pounds of oil. That's crazy, okay? That's a lot. I purchased a rose oil, not from Young Living. It was from like a health food store, and it was like $10, okay? But it wasn't the pure rose oil, and it probably had all those fillers and stuff. And yes, it smelled good, but if you compare them side to side and smelling them, there is such a big difference, and you don't notice it until you've smelled both of them. Lavender is a more abundant plant. You can get more out of that one. 220 pounds will provide 7 pounds of oil. A sandalwood tree must be 30 years old and 30 feet high before it can be cut down for distillation. It's crazy. Okay, so these bottles look pretty small. Okay, these are 5 ml bottles. This is a 15 ml bottle, just kind of for reference sake. A 5 ml bottle contains about 90 drops, and a 15 ml bottle contains 250 drops. And it might not sound like a lot, but you only use 1 to 3 drops per application, okay? So like if I'm giving a back rub with some lavender or this is Panaway, it's really good for muscles. I'm only going to use like 1 or 2 drops, if that. And then I use a carrier oil, which I'll talk about in just a minute, to dilute it some and make it spread further. And the carrier oils that we get from Young Living, or I do get mine from health food stores, okay? I get like the organic, just the best ones I can find sometimes. But Young Living does have them, but it makes them last a little longer, but they're clean still, okay? So just a little few safety tips. There are certain oils that are called photosensitive, which means if you put them on and then go out into the sunshine, your skin is going to get red in that spot. And I know that it works because one of my friends did it because she didn't believe that it wouldn't do it, and her skin was red, okay? So it's mostly citrus oils, so it's pretty easy to remember. Grapefruit, lemon, lime, whatever, some blends have it in it, so you just want to be careful with that. Some oils are called hot oils, like an oregano or a clove or a peppermint, or maybe not peppermint, I don't remember. Oregano and clove though for sure. They're called hot because they're very strong. Essential oils are very concentrated. So when you use them on your skin, you want to watch for redness. If you get like a hot feeling, and I'm not talking the photosensitive feeling, I'm talking like a warm or hot feeling on your skin. If you notice that, you just want to put some carrier oil on it, like a coconut oil or an olive oil, avocado oil. And you use a carrier oil to do that because their molecules are more fatty, and those essential oils are smaller, and they kind of bounce around inside that fatty molecule, and it takes longer for that oil to be soaked into the skin or taken up into the body, kind of. So it's not as strong. So you never want to do oil or water on top of a hot oil because it just drives it in further, actually. You always want to do oil. I feel like this one's kind of a no-brainer, but you don't put essential oils near your eyes. Like, sometimes I'll put some on my temple, okay, or like right above here. It's best to do it with a Q-tip, okay? If you don't have one around that's fine, just use your finger. Don't like use the bottle and like drop it on your face. But even if you use your finger, you still have some left over after like rubbing it in. And I've like itched my eye before, and it's like cooking with hot peppers, okay? You itch your face, it's gonna get hot. And now, if it's an essential oil, it's not gonna get really hot on your skin, but it's gonna get in your eye. And peppermint burns like, ugh. It does not feel good in your eye, just trust me. I've done it multiple times. Just learn from me, okay? You can become desensitized to an oil if you use the same one day after day, okay? So you need to give your body a little break from it to let it, whatever, it needs a break. I can't think of the word. So, for example, on my face, I use lavender oil, tea tree oil, frankincense, purification. Like, there's so many oils that are safe and good for skin support, and you can rotate through them. So if I have been using lavender for the past week or the past few days, and I noticed that it's not really doing much anymore, I switch it. And then maybe a few weeks, I'll go back to it, okay? It's pretty easy. So internal use of oils. What I tell people is do your research, okay? Use your gut. If you don't know how to use your gut, use your research, okay? I didn't use them till, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe a little longer than that, but I had been using the oils, and I felt safe, and I knew that the company was good. I hadn't had any bad reactions from oils, anything like that, and so I felt safe doing it. Young Living has a lot of supplements that are infused with essential oils also, and there's some studies out there if you want to look up and see how they are beneficial in the body. But if you don't want to use them, don't use them, okay? Pretty simple. I like them in my water. When I'm sick, not sick. But in the winter, I like to make a wellness tea, and it's like honey and a couple drops of lemon and a couple drops of this thieves oil, which I'll talk about in a minute. Well, maybe a couple minutes, but and then it's very uplifting and powerful. So yeah, always do your own research. So moving on to the actual oils that I'm going to be talking about. Did you know that people, or women, the average woman, applies 300 chemicals on her body a day, and 80 of those are before breakfast, okay? That's like a crazy amount. If you, when you use those essential oils, what you see is what you get, okay? If it says thieves oil, that is a blend. That's not a single oil. But all the ingredients are right here, and they're all other oils, okay? So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 5 different oils in it, and it's just those oils. If you, I've used lemon on my face before. Where's lemon? It's just lemon oil, okay? There's nothing else in it. It's just, it really creates a peace of mind for me, because I know what I'm putting in my body, on my body, around my body, in the air. So this might be a bit overwhelming. I was overwhelmed at first because there's just so many things, okay? The best place to learn is buying a starter kit, okay? And not the one that I got, unless you want the drink. Well, the drink is delicious, okay? But doing the oil starter kit, you get 11 oils, and it's called the Everyday Oils Kit. I'm going to talk about them in a minute here, but you literally use them, like you can use them every day. They're for everyday things. I never thought I would. I just bought this Everyday Oils Kit this spring, and I'm still using some of them. I haven't run out of them, but I use them every day, and they're so good. It comes with that diffuser I showed you, and it comes with 2 of those drink samples, some oil samples to share with people. It comes with a bunch of pamphlets. It's the easiest way to start, okay? So in this next video, I'm just going to share about these oils and how I use them every day and how much fun it is.